And you have to recognize that the roots of the 1964 Mississippi Summer Project sprout from this grassroots determination to dislodge white supremacy, something people have been thinking about and wrestling with for over 100 years, ever since the betrayal of Reconstruction. This thought of tackling white supremacy existed. We had, very briefly, if you talk to people, and I'm talking about 1963, 1962, 1961, Mississippi, several problems we were grappling with in our thoughts. How do you get the country to pay attention to Mississippi? Nobody cared about Mississippi. How do you get the country to pay attention to Mississippi? How do you get the federal government to pay attention to Mississippi? And our answer was at once simple and complex. You bring the country's children to Mississippi. The country will pay attention to their children in a way that they won't pay attention to either Charlie Cobb or Dory Ladner or any of number of other people that made the Mississippi movement. More specifically, what do you do about murder? How do you handle that when nobody cares about the people who are being murdered? And what is your responsibility to murder? This is a complicated question. For instance, if people are being killed because they're doing things that you're urging them to do, what's your responsibility to them? And that's both a moral question and an ethical question, in the sense of, really, when it comes down to self-defense, could you really kill somebody? That's also a question of responsibility, as I said. What are your obligations to people who are endangered because of doing what you asked them to do? And it's also a very practical question. What do you have to do to stay alive?